Good evening, gentle listeners, and welcome back to yet another wonderful edition of Not Silent LSIAY. I would have said Silent LSIAY, but then you wouldn't be listening to my voice right now. Today we will be reading more of your lovely, lovely stories. I think that we should get right into it, as to not delay ourselves from the potential lovely stories we're going to be hearing tonight. This first story comes from me. Let's read it. Hey Jake, it's me, Jake. Please do not read this on the video, if you make one, of course. I am, actually, yes. This is important information that cannot be shared with the general public. Have you stopped reading yet? No, I can't. I must continue. Okay, good. Now on to the important stuff. We here at the Jake Gruber Company Incorporated value the truth. That's why, when we had a few allegations thrown at us for this Jake Gruber lore, JGL, we had to rush with an answer. So, of course, we made the answer very clear to the public in about 4 to 6 months. We felt that would be the best way to handle the controversy. It is with deep sadness that we had to let a few employees go with this controversy. Not only that, but a few even quit on their own. We are learning from our mistakes and are growing as a company. We thank you for your continued support while we take on this happenstance. Wow, that got really dark and sad all at the same time. I think we must move on as fast as we can. This next story is from August Benusa, my husband. So, I just got my wisdom teeth out and tumor out of my mouth, and, I'm very glad to have all of my friends around me, especially since I get very. Shit. Don't use that. So, I just got my wisdom teeth out and tumor out of my mouth. And, I'm very glad to have all of my friends around me, especially since I get sad really easy and need my humans. And, my mom has been here and helped, and my brother, but, I've been waiting for my dad to call, and I don't think he will. But, okay. The other day I saw on Life 360 that he went to his friend's house, who he drinks with, who lives 10 minutes away. And I feel if you have time to go drink with your friends, maybe, just maybe, you should have the time to call your kid about how his surgery went and if he is okay. Am I asking too much of this man? Or is he just a horrible alcoholic of a father? August, listen. I think that you need to just deal with the fact that your father is not going to call you ever again. It may be a sad realization to make, but it's an important one. Anywho, we must continue. This next story is from, Claire. Hello, Claire. Some time ago, a certain coworker of mine, aka Eddie Hoffman, told me that our former team lead Tyler needed to see me in the office. I, extremely tired from the long day I'd had and not thinking clearly, walked over to Tyler and quipped, "I was told you needed to see me in the office." All I received was a blank stare and a, "No, I don't need to see you," in response. That was when the realization came over me that I had been pranked, and I looked up to see the prankster himself, Eddie, smirking and laughing at my misfortune. I aim to get him back one day if I ever get the chance. Smile. What a what a lovely story. Just truly amazing. Anyway, we must continue on with Cass. Cass writes, I told this one at drama club, but when I was younger, I used to go to the post office with my grandpa and get the mail. Well, we always had to cross over these railroad tracks, and one day I tripped over them as a train was coming. My dumb child brain was like, yes, sit in the tracks and cry because you scraped your knee. So I did just that. Then my grandpa had to run under the safety bar to get me and save me so I didn't get ran over by the train. So yeah, I was almost hit by a train. Wow. Wow. That sure is a great story and totally not sad at all. Anyway, let's just go on with this one here by resident uh Noah Bartel. Noah writes, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad. I don't want your damn lemons. What the hell am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down. A very relatable story, Noah. Thank you so much for writing this one in. Tragic. Next, we move on to Quinn Olson, who writes, when I was but a wee lad, my older brother had returned from his last day of school. He brought home all of his school supplies, including a pair of safety scissors. While he was distracted and mother was away, I stole the scissors and cut off quite a bit of my hair. But I had to hide the cut hair so no one would notice. So I shoved all the hair I cut off in empty Diet Coke cans. I can't say how, but somehow Mother still noticed. I would like to think that it was because there was a big chunk of hair missing from your head. Just a guess, I'm not sure. Anyway, we next move on to Jackie. Lovely, lovely Jackie, who writes, I Pavloved myself into a minor pepperoni pizza Lunchables, PPLs addiction. Started watching Tiazu on YouTube. And that summer, there was a sale on PPLs. So every time I'd watch a video, I'd have a Lunchable. Sale ends. I run out of PPLs. I keep watching the vids. Mouth starts watering and I'm craving the Lunchables like no tomorrow. Can't watch Tiazu anymore unless I have a PPL now. A truly tragic story. Truly, truly tragic. Anyway, we must move on. We next move on to Ellie Horton. Ellie writes, one time, Lube and I, that's Emily Lubenow, I'm assuming. I'm hoping, actually. Were low-key fighting because I kinda stole Antonio, which was very shitty of me. I was just going through it, and it was so I was a shitty friend. Okay? And then my dad walked into my room while I was on the phone, and he was like, I need you to drive me to the hospital. I think I'm having a stroke. So not girl boss of him. And then she and I weren't friends for 2 years. Wow. Just terrible. Just awful. Just not good. Genuinely just not fun. But I'm here for it. Honestly, it's really good. It's really, really good. We next move on to Sophie the Bar of Soap Johnson, who writes, The attendants in the mental hospital had to check in on me and all others in the shower every 5 minutes to make sure we didn't hang ourselves, because apparently that was the only place high enough to do that, I guess. But, anyways, they'd just be like, "Show!" And then I'd have to peek out the curtain and be like, "Hi, I'm alive." Wow. Truly, truly inspiring storytelling. Truly just wonderful, wonderful what they've done with that. Anyway, we next move on to Taylor Schultz, who writes, I once had a dream that Jake Gruber and I were at Hogwarts and had to figure out how to fit in. I remember nothing else of this dream, but I'm pretty sure at least one of us was friends with Draco. And IDK how to feel about that. IDK how to feel about that too, Taylor. So we'll move on to the next story, written by Izzy Helgrimson. Izzy writes, oh God, A H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H crying emoji, 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 H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H. That's not how you expected me to read it, is it? This is not a perfect world. Anywho. Anywho. We next move on to Meg Johnson, who writes, one time when I was driving, I blew past a cop going 80 in a 55, and the ass end of the van I was driving popped up into the air. Didn't get pulled over though, sunglasses emoji, sunglasses emoji. You suave devil, Meg Johnson. Just wait until it happens again, then you won't get away with it. I'm just kidding, it won't happen again, definitely. Anywho, this next answer comes from an unknown. You devils coming into my survey and writing your answers under a random email, you fools. Watching Vampire Diaries for the last time before it gets taken off Netflix currently. Wow. So sad. I did the same thing when Glee was taken off Netflix. However, Glee is now back on Disney Plus and Hulu. This is not an ad for Glee. Ryan Murphy does not deserve an ad on my YouTube channel. He just doesn't. We next move on to Anna Miari, who writes, a drunk guy on the sidewalk in New York said Merry Christmas to me. It was June. I would have done the same thing. To be fair. Anywho, this next story comes from, I don't know who this is. Cool. Easter Bunny, but it's Walter White and gives meth instead of jelly beans. They made a show about that. It's called Breaking Bad. Actually, just kidding. No, I was not kidding, actually. That's what it's called. Anyway, we next move on to Owen Hobenshield, who writes, I don't have any more stories, just the one. Owen, you have failed me for the last time. How dare you write nothing of substance in my survey? You're finished. This next story comes from my brother Brad, who writes, "Why? You won't listen anyway, jerk." Yes, I will. I won't just listen. I'll make a whole YouTube video about it, you frickin' idiot. Anyway, this next response is from Wayne, and he just wrote his name, Wayne. Very unoriginal of you. Oh, God. Our last. Our last response is from Kobe Casey, who writes, Kobe Casey. Oh, God. Anyway, that concludes this spoken word LSIAY. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I think that's it. Mwah.